What was it again? Super fan Morkes?
Super
Wow.
epic Mr. Morkes.
His branding is on point. This is way better than mine.
Yeah,
Good
I made
work,
it.
man.
I did it all myself. But he's actually growing. His channel is getting
Yeah.
like a few subscribers a day right now.
Is he beating?
Like,
is he
I don't
beating
know
you
where
right
he's
now?
at. He is. I'm not. I posted about this. He's beating us in watch time and
Nice.
and views.
That's
and,
so cool.
And his growth. Yeah. So
I'm just impressed that he makes his own thumbnails. Like that's not easy.
That's cool.
No. Some of them now. I started making. There's somebody who reached out that said they want to make thumbnails for him, but he did make a lot of the thumbnails. Yes.
How old
Guys,
is your
let's
son?
go back to.
I want to talk about your son. I think he's going to surpass you
He's
quite
6?
quickly, Matt.
Yeah, he's 6. Yeah.
Man, it's just so sorry. No, we got to talk about this for a second. What this is so interesting though. Like it's really cool. It seems like it's a really. How is that experience doing that with your son?
It's cool. So he has been asking about being in the videos, and I told him that it's better for him just recording a screen for now. But he does often ask about being in the video. So right now he is just screen recording. I bought him a PlayStation camera so that way he could be on video while he's broadcasting through his PlayStation.
Okay.
And then he could be in the corner there at the same time. We did like 1 or 2 videos like that. But I just found it would be better if he's just voiceover, right? And what's really great is that he's really improved his speech and communication and like kind of how to talk, you know? But also he's so into the YouTube community now, right? He has his own, he controls his own YouTube channel, right? He's so into it that he's picking up on memes and stuff. Like he discovered what a Rickroll was, right? So I told him, hey, why don't we do a Rickroll of you pretending that you found like a promo code that gives you everything in the Minecraft store for free. And so he made that video. So he starts typing in the promo code Rick RO, and then it plays the song, right? And it's just like, it's super funny.
That's great.
Right? So yeah, and so because he's, you know, picking up on these kind of different trends that are happening in the gaming space, you know, he's applying that now to his stuff. So his ideas for all his videos are all his own. We found that buying premium packs like on Minecraft and stuff, and then he does a video about it, those are the videos that are picking up. So his biggest video now is the Pac-Man, because we bought the Pac-Man pack, and that video, last I checked, was at like 15,000 views. Right. And that one's bringing him a whole bunch of subscribers, that one video. Right. So it's just cool to just kind of like, he's just playing games that are kid friendly. It's actually, his channel is actually a great resource for anyone looking for educational games for kids. Cause I try to avoid him playing games that are kind of like, you don't learn anything. Yeah. We just found this new one. It's called Thomas Was Alone. It's amazing. It's also on the iPad. I think it's probably on the iPhone too, but we found it on PlayStation originally. And it's such a simple game. You're just like a rectangle, and you have to like kind of get through these little puzzles and mazes. It's amazing. It's like for kids to learn that. It was like, you know, like really trying to figure it out.
Your son has the cutest voiceover on these videos.
No, I know. It is.
He's prolific
really
too.
cute,
He's like once every 3 or 4 days he's doing a video, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. It's his passion, right? It's funny too, because like I don't know how his mom feels about it now, but before she was like all against it, and you know, like But I was like, hey, it's good. He's a creator, right? He's learning to create. He learned how to use iMovie on his iPad. Wow. So he edits the videos. Like if you watch that one he did on Thomas Was Alone, there's an edit in it. He did all of that 100% by himself in his room. I wasn't even there. And you can see he edits it because he gets stuck on a part.
Yeah. That's what I think is so interesting at such a young age, because I think about with my kids, like how can I give them, you know, help instill, you know, useful skills, you know? And I'm like, well, what do I have? What can I possibly like do? But I like this as like, so I think kudos to you, like for doing it. It's really cool. It seems like a couple things. One is you and your son, like that's got to be fun and kind of cool, and what a cool thing to do together. And the
like tonight, our plan is to like play where we just got Cityscapes or something like that. It's like Sim City on PlayStation, and our plan tonight is to like play that and like figure out how to play it. Right?
That's cool. Yeah, so it's just fun, and then like bringing it in, it's got to be like a creative pursuit for you, too. A little bit of creative outlet.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it is sometimes, but. What I found is when I was young, I always wanted to be in film. I still wanted to like be a film director, make movies. And so when I was in high school, I wished I could. But at that time, for us, it was like get a camera, make your own movie. Like I didn't know. Like I heard about Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. They just pick up a camera and they just, you know, Blair Witch Project, right? You just make the movie, right? But I never really had that outlet or that skill or any sort of support there, right? So I see him now that he knows that he has the ability to make a video and put it on YouTube. He doesn't care how many views it gets. He doesn't care how many subscribers. He just enjoys the process. It's just, to him, it's just fun, right?
So
and
cool.
so I love that him growing up, and 6 years from now, he knows he always can make videos. So whatever creative pursuit he wants to do, whatever he wants to put out there, he can, right? So that's what I'm,
Yeah. I've wondered about that. Like, is that something to cultivate, like that creator mindset? Like, I know I am, but I'm like, do I give that to my kids? Do I try to instill that? Like this idea of teaching and educating and sharing. Like, I've really wondered about that, especially in this digital age. Like, what's the appropriate thing for that? I don't know. I have no idea. Luckily I'm not there yet, but it's pretty cool to see it when it's done, what's seemingly done right.
Yeah, I think it's just like my main concern is if he gets bullied later on in school. That's why I've avoided him being on camera, because when he's like 10 or 12, they'll see him as a kid jumping around being silly, and they might, make fun or something like that, right?
That's Matt,
kind of, but maybe, yeah.
The alternative, or the more positive outcome here, what if he gets incredibly popular to millions of subscribers, he starts making multiple six figures, even millions of dollars? Do you quit everything you're doing and you're just become his manager? Like, is that something you would see yourself?
I don't know. It's hard. That's hard, because like that's kind of what happened with Ryan's World, right? And his parents got so much criticism, all that, and so what his parents ended up doing, they made a production company, and they basically turned their son into the asset and started creating cartoons. And they have other channels that feature mostly them doing silly things or whatever. So because he's at such a young age, I think it's tough. Like, you think about like Ryan from Ryan's World, right? Like, he can't be a regular kid anymore, right? Like, he goes around, if some kids see him, they're, oh my God, it's Ryan, right? It's kind of like what happened to like Michael Jackson and Britney Spears and, and so on, right? So I do not have the ambition of like trying to make him super famous. I'm just letting him do his thing and see what happens. But
what if it happens when he's 13, 14, 15, and he's a bit older?
I think we have to see when the time comes and just kind of managing that. I mean, it depends on kind of like if that's what he wants to do at that time. I don't know. I can't say for sure right now. It's just going to depend.
I'm a big fan of tennis, and I used to think if I had a kid and they actually really liked tennis and they wanted to go pro, would I want to be like that? Dad in traveling around the world, sitting in the box, whatever it is, supportive, crazy coach or anything like that. And I was like, it sounds really appealing, but I think you realize it's actually just a lot of grinding and a lot of traveling, and you're not even the person in the limelight. It's you're living vicariously through your child. So that's why I'm kind of asking you, Matt, because having spent a career online, it's the children surpassing their parents, which you want them to do, obviously, but I almost like, would you feel jealous of your own kid if they're really doing so well on YouTube and you're not? Like, can you?
I would not feel. No,
I wouldn't feel jealous at all.
I wouldn't.
You're such healthy parents.
No. I don't even want to be famous. So yeah.
No. The thing is on that parent front, I want them. I'd like them to excel me, and I feel like that'd be awesome if I could help them do that without it being like, a horrible experience. Like, but all the necessary things, but that they excel. That's what I would want. But like on this front too is super interesting because it is just that. Like, I see it as such a useful skill. And being able to create this kind of content, but it does throw into question like all these things of like kids and growing platforms and like how does that actually, like, what is that like? I know those are all hypotheticals right now, so you don't even have to deal with them, but it is fascinating to kind of look at.
The other big criticism that I would get sometimes was his use of technology. To me, I embrace that he knows how to use his iPad and he knows how to use iOS better than like my mom, or like better than his mom. He's really, really good with it. He knows in the settings, everything. He understands I was explaining to him about what like gigabytes meant to storage space, how it slows things down. He knows. He gets all these things, right? I explained to him that he needs a new iPad soon. Like when I bought his iPad, we bought him like a base level iPad because I did not realize how much he could use it. So this Christmas, I'm planning to buy him one of the new M1 iPads. I'm not sure which one, probably the new one that comes out, right? Because he just can use it so much. His storage is always full now, and like he's processing videos and all this kind of things, right?
You introduced the technology though as a creator though, and I think that's an important distinction, right? Like he's creating on it. It's not a consumption device; it's like a production device.
No, it is, because he also played, like for example, he's now playing Roblox, and yesterday I saw it and I was like, Roblox is you're just fooling around. You can learn how to code your own things in Roblox, right? But he's not there. He's not doing that. He's just messing around on it. To me, it's not educational. When he plays Minecraft, there's a lot of stuff. He's now learning how to type in the chat commands. Like he learned how to get himself into spectator mode yesterday. He learned how to code his own blocks. He can make his own characters. He uses something else called Tinker, where you can actually code your own things. So it's very educational playing Minecraft, right? Like Thomas was not alone, very educational. There's a lot of games that like they're puzzles. They help you think differently, right? Whereas there's other games where you can just kind of mess around, like Totally Reliable Delivery Service. I'm just messing around, having fun, whatever. It's fine. He can play it. He's playing with other people, having some fun, right? But I mostly am encouraging the educational side, like learn how to actually use this tool, for yourself to create, right? So. There's the whole thing with like screen time and, all that kind of stuff, but he's super good. If I tell him, put away your iPad, like yesterday I said, take a break from your iPad, go clean your room. And he's just, okay. He never will complain or anything because he knows that, he gets his time with his iPad and he also has to do other things too, right? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, like he was playing with his iPad, I'm like, let's go for a walk. He just says, okay, puts it down, let's go for a walk, that's it. He knows he can't touch his iPad until he finishes his breakfast, for example, like today, right? So he just, he's really good in that kind of a way. He's just, really well behaved. But most people are scared. Most parents, I think, are scared to encourage their children to use technology, such as their phones and stuff. To me, I've always encouraged. He's been playing with his phone. I always dim the screen, all that kind of stuff, because I am concerned about the amount of light coming out for his eyes, stuff like that. But there's a lot of studies that show that the use of playing games on iPads and stuff actually improves your eyesight, because it improves, like, I don't know what you call it, like the inside of your eye, like your ability to like focus on small things, because you're zooming in and out with your eyes. So there's a lot of studies that actually support that screen time is good for you versus bad for you. And there's a lot of studies that support gaming is really good for you versus bad for you. So I'm actually a big believer that gaming it makes you smart. Real quick, just side note here, then let's move on. But I remember when I was around 18 years old, I used to just go to work, come home, and I would play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Right? I'm on PS2 or 3, I don't know, probably PS2. And I remember I was so, I just wanted to accomplish all the goals in the game. And I always just I would keep playing until I accomplished a goal. And I would just put in the reps to collect skate or to get a certain amount of points. And I beat the whole game. But I really felt during that time period of my life when I was like 18 years old, I would just go to work, come home, play Tony Hawk. That was all I was doing. I stopped partying and drinking, and I was just, very focused on making money. So I would work like 10, 12-hour days and play games, right? But it really instilled in me this idea of you put in the reps, you accomplish your goals. And I never forget that era of my life. It was maybe a 6-month period, right? It really changed me, Maybe it was just coincidental or whatever it was, but it really changed my ability to get stuff done. And shortly thereafter, I got into entrepreneurship, and then, I had this whole thing with me where it's put in the reps, get work done, keep trying, you reach your goals, right? And I think a lot of gaming can teach you that as well.